today. As I said earlier, we are going to look at, remind ourselves of the vision of iLead, the mission of iLead, and we're going to listen to two amazing people. And they are in-house. They are with the iLead Global Institute, the iLead Global Organization, and they're actually working in the same department. They are both tech professionals. So it is good to see that our major resource persons today are tech people. And we always see tech people as rigid, they're always so rigid. So we would get to hear their perspective of leadership and also about the School of Business. The iLead Global Organization, from where it started from to where it is today, has done so much. It has produced so much. And one of the major places, or one of the major thing, if thing is the right word to use, that the iLead Global Organization has produced is the iLead Global Institute. Now, the iLead Global Institute has a number of programs. They have the School of Business 365 and the School of Coaching. Today, you'll be hearing about the School of Business 365. When you come to the School of Coaching, you get to learn how to take charge of your own life. You're able to learn how to identify and develop skills that would make you become impactful in the world. And not just for yourself, but also for other people. You'll be able to help people achieve the same thing or even much more. The iLead Global Organization also runs the iLead Global Training Center. Now, the training center is where you get skilled up to become employable by the labor market and also by the iLead Global Institute or the iLead Global Organization. Isn't that cool? And we also have the iLead Global Youth. The iLead Global Youth, what does the iLead Global Youth do? The iLead Global Youth impacts kids so that they can become emerging resource leaders. We have leaders all over the world, and the complaints are not so far from each other. You get to hear them say, leaders are like this, like that. They didn't just happen, they stem from somewhere. And that place is where the iLead Global Youth is working at. And so we also have the toolbox, the $1 Million Toolbox, where we offer an array of books for Reader's Digest. And we have the iLead Global Foundation. The iLead Global Foundation receives proceeds from the engagements and activities run by the iLead Global Organization to feed the less privileged, to support the needy, contributing our own quota in making the world a better place. So it's one thing to say to people, you have to help people become better, you have to help people are you actually doing? What are you doing in your affairs? So what iLead Global Organization is doing is what the iLead Global Foundation is offering. Okay. So our mission basically is what you see before you. Our mission is to empower people so that they can accomplish their purpose on earth. We empower people through coaching, in training, in leadership, entrepreneurship, personal development, breaking geographical barriers using technology. And it's so evident, yeah? It's so evident. That is why we are here. I mean, I am somewhere in Nigeria connecting to so many of us from all over the globe using technology. And it is the way through which the iLead Global Organization is breaking barriers. Our vision, our goal is to become agents of change, changing the lives of 2 billion people around the world by the year 2040 through strategic coaching. 2 billion. And I will tell you, amongst the nations of the world, we are almost there. We are almost there. We are almost taking over the world. iLead Global Organization is almost taking the world. Of course, we are in a good number of nations, and we are looking forward to expanding our coast in this nation. And not forgetting, amongst the products of the iLead Global Organization, we also have the iLead Global Exchange. The iLead Global Exchange is there to facilitate travels all around the world. So for people who want to come to somewhere in Africa, or those of us in Africa who want to go to somewhere, America, Europe, Asia, the iLead Global Exchange has you covered. So before we move to our next section, I would like to know who are here. I can see your names already on, I see your names already on the screen, but I want us to get a little bit interactive on the chat. How long have you been in iLead? And if you were to describe in one word your experience in iLead so far, put it in the chat. Let's get to hear from you. How long have you been in iLead? And if you were to describe your experience in iLead so far, how would you describe it? How long have you been in iLead? And if you were to describe your experience, what would you say? I'm looking forward to reading. Let's get to it. Oh, Jay says 8 months, but you've not told us your experience. How would you describe it in one word? Daily improvement. Thank you, Jay. Stephanie says, I have been working with iLead for 6 months now, and it's been transformative. Thank you, Stephanie. How long have you been in iLead, and how would you describe your experience so far? Audrey says 1 year and 8 months. Wow. How has the experience been for you, Audrey? Audrey? How has the experience been for you? You guys don't want to be chatty? Did you just log in and leave your device somewhere and you're far away, or you're not just interested? If you're not interested, then why are you here? Why are you here? If you don't want to get conversational with us on the chat, why are you here? How long have you been with iLead, and how has the experience been for you? Just one word to describe your feeling, your experience with iLead.
Good evening, Coach Julia.
Hello, good evening. Francine says, thank you. Francine says, 10 months. Wow. 10 months. It's been inspiring, full of knowledge. Gladys, the beautiful Gladys, says, it's been over 3 years, my experience, self-confidence. Thank you.
Good evening.
Reka said, I'm new. Hello, Naga, good evening. Says, I'm a newcomer, still observing. Okay, good. Okay, guys, I hope to still read, so keep writing, find the space, find the time, and put in the word there. We would read it as we go along. Okay, so this is time for us to listen to Coach Frank. Coach Frank works with iLead, and he is a facilitator with the training center. He is an IT expert, yes, and he has been facilitating with some of the IT areas. He is going to take us through a leadership topic from the John C. Maxwell book, The 21 Laws of Leadership. That is a book that we are currently exploring in the Institute. So Coach Frank, can you hear me? Are you ready?
Yeah, Coach Julia, I'm ready. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know.
Good evening. Are you sharing your screen, or do we get to share for you?
I will share my screen.
Okay, but before you share your screen, how long have you been with iLead, and how has the experience been for you?
In 9 days, it will make actually 1 year that I'm there.
1 year?
Yeah.
Wow.
In 9 days.
Okay.
9
so
days
how
exactly.
has the experience been?
It's amazing. That's the only word I can say. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't recognize myself. Thank you.
Yeah, iLead has that way of handling you, and you're like, is this really me? Yes. Okay, so let's allow you get to it. Yes.
Okay. Please, can I share technique?
Yeah, technical. Can we have him?
Okay.
Can we have him co-host?
Yeah, I think I can share now. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you, Coach Julia, for giving me this honor and this privilege of sharing. It's a kind of meditation of all what I could gather about this. This also. I am Coach Franz Derrick. I'm a student at the iLead Global Institute of School of Coaching. Yeah, I'm a member of iLead Global Community. I'm precisely working for the training center in Douala, Cameroon. Yeah, and I'm also a facilitator at the level of iLead Global Youth. And lastly, an IT engineer and UI UX designer. So that is briefly about me. I've been here for maybe iLead Global close already to 1 year. So I had the time to actually observe and actually see how good, how it feels good to be here, how the place to be, if I could put it like that. So that is about me. So today, I will be presenting on the law of solid ground. And this law is taken from the law from Johnson Maxwell 21, irrefutable laws of leadership. So all my research and experience about this law is based on this book, this amazing book that I would advise all of us to have a copy and then read it to actually get all the sense and all the experience that Johnson Maxwell shared in this amazing book. So actually, when we talk about leadership globally, and today we are going to look at the law of the solid ground, we say this law is based on trust. And we say that people cannot follow you. And I think people cannot follow you if they don't trust you, if you don't believe in what you can do, if you don't believe in your capacity. You should not be here. If you are here and you don't believe in what iLead can do for you, then there is something wrong. Don't follow somebody that you don't trust, simply. So sharing about this law, we are going to look at it in two phases or two angles. First of all, we are going to look at it from the perspective of from a perspective where we are going to look at our inner cycle, which will be kept for the last session. And for the first session, we are going to look at it as a leader, because I believe if you know that you are a leader, please send me some hearts, please. I need some of your energies. If you know that you are a leader, please give me some hearts. If not, I stop. If you know that you are a leader, please give me some hearts. Okay, thank you very much. So if you know that you're not a leader, please. If you are already connected, definitely you're a leader. So there's no need again me asking again whether you're a leader or not. So actually, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So trust is the foundation of leadership. We follow iLead Global because of the trust, because we trust, we believe in the vision and the mission that iLead Global has for us. Now, you as a leader, which I said this first part of this presentation will be focused on, because all of us connected here, we are leaders. We are leaders at home. We are leaders in school, at the university, at professional milieu. Everywhere we go, we are leaders. In group and teamwork, we are leaders. So there's no reason why somebody should tell me that I'm not a leader. So we'll start first of all with the citation. That is, no leader can break trust with his or her people and expect to keep influencing them. Just because leadership is about influencing people and influencing the positive, meaning developing potentials in somebody, meaning influencing somebody to get the best of him. That is what we mean by influencing them. So don't think that you will be a leader if the people who follows you don't trust you. No. People only follow those that they believe in. People only follow those that they see the vision, they have a clear vision that this leader is going to take us from point A to point B. If they are not able to see point B, then I doubt they're going to follow you. So trust is one of the main pillars, because we can see other pillars, but trust is one of the main pillars for you as a leader, because you connected here, you listen to me, you are a leader. And if people don't trust you, if your family members don't trust you, they won't follow anything you say. If in your professional union, people cannot rely on you, people cannot trust, you don't have that competence, people cannot believe, people cannot rely on you, you are not flexible. No. If you are not that person, then I doubt when you will say something, people are going to listen to what you are saying. Now, the question you probably ask me or is in your head is, okay, then fine. If leader is trust is what is the foundation of a leader, then how can we build it? How does a leader build trust in his team, at home, in the family, in school, among a team? How do I build my trust? First of all, you as a leader, you need to be competent. You as a leader, you need to be competent. People should trust you in a work. If you are giving a task, am I going to carry that task? The task I'm giving to somebody, can I do the task? Do I have an idea on how to carry the task? You need to be competent, at least in a specific domain, that anybody can rely on you about that. Secondly, you need to be consistent, because nobody will follow somebody that at any point of time the person can just change. No, you need to be consistent. People only follow a true leader. Is a leader that is able to be consistent, that has a logic way, that has a process, of growth, that a process of the vision, a vision that is already well established, that's already well defined, that you can actually picture that, have a very broad picture, a big picture of it, that okay, from this point, I'm going to point B. So if you are not consistent in your actions, in what you do, in your daily life, no, nobody will follow you. And if you are able to do that, people will trust you because they know that you are somebody who is consistent. Now, building also trust as a leader, you need to have that potential. What do I mean by potential? All of us here, I'm sure we are skilled. We have talents. We are animated by something. We have passions. But I would say talent is not enough. It's not just enough having talent, saying that I'm talented. Okay, fine. You are talented as a leader, but what do you do of that talent? Are you able to grow? Are you able to grow? Does people follow you? Are they able to see that me as a leader, I can grow? Meaning that today I can learn something new. Because if you are a leader that cannot grow, if you are a static leader, then definitely you cannot be a leader. Meaning you should not even be called a leader. You are just somebody like that. So people will follow a leader that is able to change, to grow, to have a personal development and even a professional development. That when they see you, okay, after being 3 months with you, how are you? They'll start comparing you. Okay, I've been here for 3 months with this my leader, and I find that okay, he has not improved. Where is the need for me to still follow him? There is no need following him. So you as a leader, you connected, you listening to me, you writing this now, you need to develop yourself. And I think iLead Global is the best way for you to grow that potential, that hidden talent that is in you, and also animate you with your passion. As a leader, building trust also involves respect. You should not be that leader that does not consider the collaborators, that cannot admire the collaborators, that cannot see that, okay, I actually love this, your style of doing your work. I don't have that patience that you have. I actually appreciate the patience. I can trust you. For each member of your team, you should be able to give something that you admire in them. It could be the nature of the person. It could be the font size of the person. It could be that part of the person that you don't have. You need to encourage. You need to feel that the leader is beyond that. You as a leader, you admire them, and that will create a kind of connection with the next point. You cannot be a leader that only just gives order for people to just listen. No, you need to understand your collaborators. You are a leader in the family. You need to understand how your family works. You need to feel, you need to understand their emotions. You need to understand how they feel, not just giving orders and going and say that, no, I'm a leader. No, a leader can connect with people. They can meet people and understand their needs and bring solutions to their needs and know how to address people. Others go with respect and connecting with them. Now, we are going to look at next part again is, as a leader, building trust, as you have listed with connecting, having competence, consistency, potentials, respect. So having like I was saying, sorry. So like building trust also is not only about, it's not just about competence, consistency, potential, respect, and connect. It's all about character. So many people have been asking me, but actually, what is a character? What do you mean by character? When they say that somebody is a person of character, what do I mean? What does it mean being a person of character? These are some of the questions that I've actually been facing. That, okay, coach, tell me what is about character. When you say that this lady is a lady of character, what does it mean? Does it mean that the person is the lady or the man, for instance, is somebody that is strict, that once she says something, it means that it's no more. When you say yes, it's a yes. When you say no, it's a no. No, that's not actually what it means by being a person of character. So instead here, I will show you what character communicates. If you're able to see yourself in one of these, then it's fine. Then you can actually say that I'm a person of character. And from today, remove the person that somebody who is strict is actually somebody of character. Not always. First of all, character communicates. If you want to first of all stand on the fact that what is character? A character could be a temperament. It could be a nature of being, how you are. That is it. So character communicates consistency. What does it mean by this thing? If people don't know what to expect from you as a leader at some point, they won't look to you for leadership. That is simple. Mean that if actually they don't know what to expect from you, you're that kind of leader. I'm not talking about prediction, but you don't show them a clear vision that okay, we are here, and I'm seeing that in 3 years, this is where we are going to be. Then they won't expect that you should be their leader because you're not showing them the way. You're not showing them the way that they're going to take maybe to attain the goals and objectives of maybe the company or the family. That is what character, first of all, communicates. Character communicates consistency, first of all. Character also communicates potential. As our area said, potential is the ability for you to grow, both professionally and personally, yes. So when it's not all about having talent. So when a leader's character is strong, people trust him and they trust in his ability to release their potential. I mean that is vice versa. I mean that as people trust you, know that you have a strong character. I mean that you have that potential of developing yourself as a leader. They also trust you for you to develop their character which are hidden in them. I don't know whether you are getting that point. So it's on both sides. Somebody will not trust you as a leader to develop he or herself if already the person cannot see that you constantly grow. That is what it means. So if you know that you have a talent, if you are passionate of something, as from today, just after this, start practicing that, start developing. There are many schools where here at iLead that you can join to develop some of your talent. There's a school of coaches, there's a school of business for affairs, that the iLead Global Youth for to be a youth facilitator or a youth, so that a lot of services and products that can help you to develop yourself. And the last part, character communicates respect. Yes, character communicates respect. No matter who you are, if you cannot respect your collaborator, if you cannot respect your family member, if you cannot respect those that are under or above you, then you cannot say a person of character. That is character, that is respect. When you don't have trust within, you can't earn respect without. And respect is absolutely essential for lasting leadership. What does it mean? First of all, you have to trust yourself before respect. I mean, if somebody you already you cannot respect, it will mean that there's something wrong with you. If you cannot respect somebody, meaning there's something wrong with you. Because it's only somebody that that trusts him or herself can respect the other, because he knows that I'm at peace. And there's nothing I should not be afraid of what these people of this one will say. I'm not afraid to lose my position. I'm not like people respect me because of the person I am. So if you don't have trust, if you don't trust in yourself, then I doubt people will give you that trust. Now we are going to make a small comparison between character-driven people and emotional-driven people. So the first point is do right, then feel good. The emotional people, this is how they think. Feel good, then it's right. What does it mean? It means that character people will do what is the right thing, no matter their emotional state. They will do what is right at that particular at the right moment. Before and after, they will feel good. But emotional people, they will first of all try to feel good before doing the right thing, which is not normal. Which is not, you can mean that is your emotional are controlling, which is a bad thing for a leader. So character people are committed driven, and emotional people are convenient driven. What is the meaning? Mean that they are committed to their task. If they said they had to do something, they will do it because that is a leader in them. And everybody here, we are all leaders. We can all develop the aspect of our leadership in our lives. So we are not ruled by emotions where we are pleased before we do it. No. Character people, they are committed to what they say they are going to do. So character people make principle based on decisions. Emotional people or leaders make popular based decision. Meaning that it's a kind of okay, it's because everybody said that we should do this, and no. Character people, they see facts, what they have at hand. They have facts before they take a decision. They don't just take decisions like that as that, okay, because everybody say like that, okay, we are going to know. And character people are action control attitude, while emotional leaders are attitude control actions. No, your action have to control your attitude and not the inverse. Your actions have to control your attitude. Character leaders believe it, then they see, but emotional they want to see before they believe. You need to believe. You need to believe before you see. Then character people, the character leadership, they create momentum, while emotional wait for momentum. You as a leader, you need to create that dynamism. You need to, as a leader in your group, in your family, in your team, you need to create that momentum. You should be always in constant movement. You should not wait for somebody to come and create that movement. No, you need to create that. You need to create that. You need to create that as a leader, because you are a leader. You listen to me, you are a leader. Now, character leaders continue when problem becomes big, while emotional reach out when the more the problem grows, they see, oh my God, I don't want it. It's only more than me. I better just feel like that. It's okay like that. No. Character people, what they do is say, okay, the bigger the problem, the bigger the solution. I must find a solution. I must have a solution to that problem. I will not pass it. It will not be more than me. I will be consistent in what I'm doing. I will try and have a solution before that problem cannot pass me. Those are character people. And character leaders ask, what are my responsibilities? While emotional asks, what are my rights? What are my responsibilities? My responsibility as a leader, as a character-driven leader, is to protect my team members, is to protect my family, is to protect my enterprise, is to always say good things. That is somebody that is responsible. You are responsible of a team, but once something happens, that okay, you are not the person that because you're who plays the action, say you are calling somebody else. No, you should be responsible of your team. You should be responsible of your enterprise. So yeah, so now that we are already close, now you have some questions to ask. We were talking about, we are still talking about the law of the study ground. We are still talking about the law of the study ground. And I propose some questions for meditation, for reflection if you want. After talking about that leadership part as personal, you as a leader, you need a call. You need to have a team. You need to have a cycle of people that you can rely on. You as a leader, you need other leaders that you can rely on, that you can trust. So how can you examine that? How can you know whether you have a good inner cycle that you can trust? The first question you have to ask yourself, who makes up my inner cycle? Because when we talk about solid ground, we are talking about the foundation. Is how deep we are. How are we sure that as we are putting our 2 feet on the ground, is it firm? Is it firm attached? When we talk about the solid ground, we mean how grounded we are. We talk about the roots. We are a tree. Our roots actually rooted. So we need to know whether, we need to know our surroundings, we need to know our environment. So you have to ask that question. Who makes up my inner cycle? You have the question to that. Cross-check whether the people around you are people that you can rely on after examining yourself. Do I have an inner cycle by accident or on purpose? Is it that they just took me like that and then they just swing you, if I can say, in a team like that, or just drop you somewhere like that, and then you just fell in a team that you were not aware, or you actually decided a team and said, okay, these are the people I want to be, that should be in my inner cycle. Are you the one who decided that? And then if yes, on what basis did you do that? The other question that you should ask yourself is, do I have an exceptional gifted people in my inner circle? I mentioned talents, and all of us here connected, we are talented in one aspect, for sure. You as a leader, you have other leaders. You have those people, those exceptional people, because I would like to say all of you connected here, listening to me, listening to iLead Global, you are exceptional. You are probably been doing something else, but you decided to be connected here, so you are actually exceptional. But that talent that you have, do you have those people? Do you have those people in your team? If no, why? If yes, do you compliment them? Before asking that, do they compliment me? Do you also compliment them? The next question you should ask yourself, how am I stronger because of them? Am I stronger because of them? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Who else needs to be in my inner cycle for it to be complete? Okay, you have a team, then you feel like there's a gap. You need somebody to be in that their core, to be part of that foundation. You have that person. Have you seen that person that you need? If yes, nice, go and find the person. If no, why don't you have that person? What is the problem for you not to have that person? So this is a question for reflection and meditation. So I'll end my sharing by this quote. Leadership is a potent combination of strategy and character. But if you must be without one, be without strategy. I repeat myself. Leadership is a potent combination of strategy and character. But if you must be without one, be without strategy. That is because character and leadership, credibility always go hand in hand. And this one was said by General Norman Schwarzkopf. If they ask you to choose between any other thing, between strategy and character, you should choose character, because as I said, character is who you are, is respect. Character is consistency. Character is what makes a leader. If you are not a man of character, you can't be a leader. So thank you very much for listening and for your kind attention.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you. Thank you for pouring so much. I see that you touched a lot of areas. You touched here, there, and everywhere. That was a lot, given a short time. You did so well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're always hearing about how poor leaders are. People are so good at pointing out how bad leaders are, how they would not work with someone because of how horrible they think that they are, how they are not trustworthy, how they don't keep to their words, how they have failed and all that. Sometimes we ourselves, we don't see ourselves competent enough. We are so good at pointing at our own flaws, you know? And Frank has helped us here. If you have paid attention, you would hear how you can help yourself, how you can help yourself. How can your organization become better? How can you become a better leader yourself? Thank you so much for pouring out so much, so much. It's time to take questions. Who has questions for Frank? Who has questions for Frank? Kindly feel free to unmute your mic and ask the question, or you put it in the chat box and I get to read it. So much love for you, Frank, in the chat.
Thank you.
Amazing presentation from Coach Grace. Jay says, thank you. Character is key. Odili says, thank you, Coach. Amazing sharing, Coach Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Questions? Who has questions? Who has questions? Who has questions? Let's ask questions now. Leadership is not easy. Leadership is so challenging. And every day as you wake up as a leader, whether you're leading from your home, you're leading in church, you're leading wherever, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Sometimes you're working with the wrong people. Some people feel that they are better off without you. Some people feel that they need to be in your circle to help you without even understanding what drives you. Sometimes you don't even know what drives you as a leader. You know, sometimes we feel that our foundation is so poor because of where we come from, because of our family, because of our upbringing. We feel that, you know, we are not fit to hold certain positions. Some people even feel that they are better than you, or they are supposed to be in your position, and it can be so daunting. So if you are here, you should have questions. I mean, being here, you should have questions. Let's ask questions. Let's try to get answers to some of these leadership challenges that we face at work, at home, in church, wherever. So how does one build character? How does one build character? John C. Maxwell says that character over strategy. So it means if you have all the skills to deliver and you don't have the character, then you don't have to be on the team. You can't lead anyone. How can we build character, Frank?
Okay. So, okay, I think I quite mentioned that. How do you, it's true, I mentioned the part of the, that fact that how you could build trust, but now how could you build a character? The first thing I would advise you is, first of all, do your personal test, your personality test. That's what I meant. Do a personality test. That's the first thing. When you do a personality test, what happens if you know your weaknesses and your strength? Now, once you know your weaknesses, what I normally call points which I have to ameliorate. I don't call it weak points because those are things that you can ameliorate. For instance, if you see that you're somebody who talks a lot and you consider that to be a weakness, you can work on that. You get it? So it's not a point, it's not a weakness, but it's a point that you can ameliorate. So like I was saying, once you do your personality test, you know your points of amelioration and you know your strengths. Now you maximize on first your strength. Now, depending on the type of leader you want to be, you know the qualities you need to add plus the one you already have, because for sure you already know your qualities normally from your personality test. And from there, you take the other steps, the second step now in building that, depending on the type of leader you want to be. And there are amazing products that can help you to do that. For instance, there's a school of coaching that teach you how to be an amazing leader, for instance. So you see, we already have a solution here. So if you want to build a character, it's pretty simple. And why not copying those that you believe, that inspire you? Why not just copy them? Look at those people that have achieved something, that have some of the quality you wish to have. Why don't you just copy them? Very simple, right? So all you need is the attitude, is the having that positive mindset that, okay, I can do that. That is not difficult to change, because what is the point is changing. You decide to leave that and copy what is good. I think you are able to build a good character. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much. I love the fact that you talked about your personality. Know your personality. Know who you are. Know who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Okay, so the moment you know yourself, you know your flaws, you know what you're good at, That's a great beginning. That's a great beginning. And then you know how to make the adjustment. Thank you so, so much for that. And then you have an example to follow. Today we are reading the thought leadership of John C. Maxwell. So you can look for who to follow, you know, who to follow, and then stay consistent with your change. Thank you so much, Frank. Any more questions? I think we can take one more. Okay, I see Stephanie on the chat says, how do I avoid my family or siblings which are part of my inner circle and hinder my growth? Oh.
Nice one.
Yes,
That's
yes,
it. That's
yes, yes. I'm sure we all have that horrible relative that we cannot do without. It's like cutting your arm. How do you cut your arm? Thank you so
that's
much,
actually
Stephanie.
Stephanie, that's actually a good question. Actually, amazing one. I would say. So it's all about your environment. I'll answer that based on the environment. You are the one deciding who is going to be part of your inner circle, because those persons are the people that influence you. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you meet every day, that you talk to, that you take to every day. So if you find that somebody does not permit you to grow, meaning that person, each time you're with the person like you cannot express yourself, you cannot grow, you see that you are not growing yourself. In that case, if you want to be specific to your case that you are talking about family, what I would say is you for sure you cannot put your family aside, but you can determine whether they will have an impact on you or not. So that's one thing. Because when I talk about inner cycle, you have to get it clear. I can be with you, but you're not part of my inner cycle. Mean that anything you do, it will not affect what I've already said. So when I say inner cycle, it's actually those people that when they say something, you listen. And you don't listen because you are afraid of the person, but you listen because of that respect you have for that person, of that positive respect. That is a kind of redundancy, but because when we talk about respect, is like you don't respect that person because of the position, because of the fear. No, you respect that person because of the value of the person, because of the principle of that the person has. Those are the people that have to be part of your inner circle. It's not just because the person is your family member, is your singing. No, it has to be that person that when you look at what the person have added to your life, the value the person have added, you can actually, like, I will not say measure, but you can actually estimate it. You get it? So it's not about being family or singing. No. When you talk about inner cycle, you need to actually talk about those people that influence you in a positive way. So that's how I can add it. And if they're not helping you, the law in personal development, we say there's a law of environment which says if you're in an area or an environment that does not permit your growth, you leave that area. Simply, you leave that area. For sure, I will not ask you to leave your family, but you can take some measures, some distance from your family. Okay. So that's how I answer that.
Thank you
Nice
so much. Yes, you answered it so well. And I think this question I love the response from Frank. Your inner circle is your spheres of influence. So and the influence is not one-sided, it's both ways. You know, you influence them, they influence you. There are people that you rub minds with in order to achieve that thing that you want to achieve or go to that place that you want to go to. Thank you so, so much, Frank, and thank you so much, Stephanie. I do appreciate that question. Okay, so we will just move to the next segment. I don't see any hands up, and I don't seem to see any more questions in the chat. I really do wish there was more questions. Thank you so much, Frank. Okay, so we will get to learn about the School of Business from Coach Jay. So Joachim, as I mentioned earlier, he works with the iLead Global team, and he's in the IT department. He's going to be taking us through the School of Business, so we get to know about the School of Business. And those of us who are looking forward to bringing in our invitees to join the program, they get to know more about it, and you also get to understand it even much more. Joe, are you ready for us?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you can hear me very well. Hello, can you hear me very well?
Yes. But if you could be a bit audible, that would be nice.
Okay. Is it better or is it the same?
A little better.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I said, it's an honor to be here with you guys once again. I always like this gathering because it's no matter what you think you know, there's always something new. Thank you very much, Coach Frank. I won't lie, I really did learn a lot. Although I wish you had more time so that you can explain more things to us, but hopefully we'll keep seeing you in sessions like this and then we'll get to know more. Okay, so today we'll be talking about one of iLead Global's products, and that is the iLead Global School of Business 365. As far as I know, it is one of iLead Global's uptrending product right now, and I would advise anybody that has not already keyed into it to key into it. So if you permit me, I'll share my screen right now and we can start. Okay. All right, I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so the iLead Global Business School 365, as the name goes. And by the way, my name is Joaquin Tinosonwido. I am
we're encountering a lot of network problem in South Africa. I think even in Lesotho, we have not been able to see anything.
Can you
we
hear
are
me?
encountering large problem of network, so we cannot hear you. If people register it, then you'll be able to send it to us because we are barely hearing one thing. The next minute is off, not connecting. We are not hearing anything at all.
Okay, Coach.
Sorry about that, Coach Aida. Coach Aida, sorry about that. Don't worry, I'll get the recording to you. I'll get the recording across to you. Sorry.
Coach Julia,
thank you very much.
Okay, Coach Julia, can you see my screen? I want to know if it's from my end. I can try it. Okay, can you hear me very well?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. All right.
You're not so audible, but if you raise your voice a bit, I think you would be much audible.
Okay, I was using my earpiece because I thought it was going to be better. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so like I was saying, iLead Global Business School 365 is one of iLead Global's products that is uptrending right now, and I would really advise anybody that has not already keyed into this program to do what they can and key into it, because very soon it's going to be even much more difficult to be part of it, and I really encourage us to do that. All right, as the name implies, the Business School 365 is a program that goes on for a period of 365 days, and this is enough days for you to garner as much value as this program contains. Okay, so let's get to know what the Business School 365 is. So what is the Business School 365? It's a program that helps entrepreneurs to evaluate new businesses, entrepreneurs and business owners, by the way, not just entrepreneurs, business owners, people on startup, retirees, people that are looking to go into business, whether at the moment or in the future. All right, so it helps them to evaluate new business opportunities and transform their business ideas into real business. You see, a lot of people already know what they want to do, but knowing what you want to do and having the experience to take you through it are two different things. And this is what the Business School 365 does. You're learning from not just professionals, but professionals that have been in the field for years. They've experienced all sorts of downfalls. Like you being part of the program, literally, is like someone holding you by the hand and walking you through something that you really want to do, but not just anyhow, but in the right way, right? So for you to make, there are some mistakes you can make in business that can cost you years to fix. And sometimes people's businesses die because of their inability to recover from the mistakes they make. And that is not all. The Business School 365 also helps business owners and entrepreneurs sustain existing businesses, right? It is normal for us, everybody that's here at one point or the other has had something that you had that was going well for you. All of a sudden, maybe because new people came in, or maybe because you changed the environment, it wasn't going really well anymore. I'm sure you would be happy if you had a magic wand you can just flip and everything will change and go back to normal. So that is what the Business School 365 does as well. You have people there that they don't just teach you how to start up a business, but they also teach you how to turn your business around. It is having business that goes up and down, like things going well and things not going well, is normal. It happens. But your ability to be able to change what is happening is what makes you better in your business. And that is just one of what you get from the Business School 365. This session is not going to be enough for me to cover everything, but I will do my best. Analyze and boost a failing businesses towards success, right? And then walk through the path of creating a successful business in only 365 days. So I know that there are people that will be like, how is it possible to create a successful business in 365 days? I'm hoping that by the end of this session, you'll be able to see that it is actually possible. But you would even know how to do it yourself, and you will understand this better if you are part of the program. And even if you're not part of the program and you know someone that has a business or is looking to go into a business and needs to be prepared for whatever they are going to go into, it is very important that you bring this to their notice as soon as possible. So it is a 1-year program, 365 days, and you can study wherever you are in the world. As long as you have light and you have connection to the internet, you can study wherever you want. And within that space of 365 days, you'll be able to experience diverse aspects of businesses. You'll be able to see things that will propel you forward and things that will hold you back. You'll see them on time. So by the time you are going into that business, or by the time you go back to your business, you already understand what people that have been there before you have done, and then be able to know what to do to get better in what you're doing. Okay, like I said, I will try my best to run as fast as I can. And then the origin and purpose of the School of Business 365. The School of Business 365 was pioneered by the master coach Raphael Jin as a means of helping people around the world create, manage, and succeed in their business and finances. So the ratio of businesses that are succeeding in over 100, you have just 30% of business in the whole world succeeding. And this 30%, some of them don't even cannot replicate what they've done to make their business successful. And that is the difference between other business owners and Master Coach Raphael Jin. He is a man that went through the process of building a business, $1 million business, a $1 trillion business portfolio by himself. He knows what it takes. He went through all the pains, all the trials. He was opportune to work with leaders like John C. Maxwell, Bob Proctor, and so many of them. He has the experience. And what he felt to do with the Business School 365 is to package this experience and deliver it to people that are struggling, the remaining 70% of businesses that are struggling all over the world, the remaining people that don't know. Some of them have the money, but they don't know how to do it. Some of them don't have the money and they don't know how to get the money. So I've not spent much time with the master coach, but the little while I've spent with him, I've been able to see the amount of opportunities that we are stepping on every day that we did not know was there. And the master coach, he has all this and more
in the package of the Business School 365. It is a program like none you have ever seen. And I am telling you from experience, and even though I am still going through it myself, the things that I have learned is almost like, oh, I need to stop and go and implement some of them and come back, because they are truly, truly amazing. You know that moment where somebody is telling you something, you're learning it, and then you don't even want to finish learning it. You want to go and practice it. That is how it feels when you are in the Business School 365. And I hope we get to experience it for those of us that have not. Okay, so who is the master coach of Felton? He's a founder and CEO of iLead Global and the brain behind the Business School 365, a recipient of the Presidential Lifetime Award by the former US president, a business tycoon, a living example of his teaching and the teachings of great influential leaders like John C. Maxwell, Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, and Miles Monroe. The School of Business is one of the ways he remembers his roots. So, and like I said, it is a way of giving back. And if you experience the package of the School of Business, you will know that it is not even enough compared to what you had to give to be able to be part of that program. It is a lot. It is a lot, and I hope that we are part of it someday. Why do you need this program? Some of the reasons why you need this program, of course, there are a lot, but I was able to just put three important ones, and I hope that with time we'll get to know more. First of all, you get to learn from certified and experienced professionals, like the master coach. You get to learn not just from him, but from other people that are also certified and experienced in the field. And they don't just teach you. It's a program that while they are teaching you, they still stand as your guide in case you practice and then you have something that you need to go back to somebody. All right. There's a new product coming up. I think it will be live very soon, hopefully before the end of this month, and that is the private coaching section, where the people that have been part of the Business School 365 can also have a private coaching section with the master coach. You can have a one-on-one session where you can express what your business is going through in case you are not able to get what you need through the Business School 365, or you got it but you didn't understand it, and then you need that session with a one-on-one. This is somebody that has gone through it. There is almost nothing you can tell him that he hasn't had someone that has gone through, or he go through it himself. He has replicated himself so much that the people around him are almost as wealthy as he is. And he has employed people not just in Africa, even though he's an American of American descent, of African descent in America. Still, he has replicated himself in people in America and also in Africa. So either way, from whatever direction you're coming from, he has something for you. So secondly, understand the different steps that is required for different businesses. Of course, you don't, that is one of the mistakes people make, where they try to apply the same knowledge of one business to every other business. And it doesn't work that way, because each business comes with its own challenge. Now, it is not the fact that you know that it comes with different challenges that's the problem. It's the fact that you might not know the solution to those different challenges. And this is why you need this professional guidance. And like I said, there is a lot more to just these statements alone. All right. So thirdly is a way to understand product selection and customer needs. Right. A lot of people, even I've experienced it, I have met people that have started businesses, and because they were not able to understand how to select proper products and how to choose their audience base or customer base, they keep running in circles. For example, I know you must have experienced it. Most of us here must have experienced it. You must have been in a place where two different businesses facing each other. One of them is succeeding, the other one is not succeeding. One of the reasons why it is very common, it happens everywhere. Two businesses go out your door now, you will see the first two businesses you see, one is always succeeding more than the other. The difference is, yeah, there's a lot of things that could be the reason why this is happening. But one of the two best things that causes this is the fact that you do not understand the product that you are selling, and you don't understand how to present it to your customer. You do not understand that the product you choose to sell is not the same as what the customer wants. And most people make these mistakes where I can ask you, oh, what is your dream? And you tell me, oh, my dream is to have a business where I sell car parts, for example, and that is your dream. And you go sell these car parts in a place where your mind is telling you that, don't worry, I'll just start up a company around here and I'll do it, not knowing that the people you're selling to don't need car parts. So being able to understand that is just one out of 100 ways of selecting the right audience and the right customer for your business, right? And you can be making this one mistake for years. That is what is happening. If you think people are not making those mistakes, just step out your door tomorrow and see businesses, two of them in the same position. And one is moving forward, the other one is not. It's because they do not know how to put this thing together. And I'm not talking about small scale businesses. I'm talking about companies. I'm talking about big companies, right? As big as Amazon, as big as they are still doing customer research every single time to be able to understand what works well for their customers so that they can be able to, beat the next competition, beat the next business that they are starting face to face with. So it's important that whether you are on a small scale or a large scale, the earlier you make this move, the better. Because trust me, your competitor is already making that move and you might not know it. And by the time you realize it, you are running from behind. So this is a great opportunity for anybody that has a business or is looking to go into a business, regardless of what level of business that you are, even if you're just a graduate, even if you're a retiree. The iLead Global School of Business 365 is a well-packaged program for you that cuts across beginner level to advanced level. All right, so yeah, so who needs the Business School 365? The entrepreneurs, business owners, startups, graduates, retirees, and individuals looking to grow their finances. Okay, so what are some of the models in this program? Just a few of them, just so you understand what we're looking at. Understanding businesses, right? Most of us, even myself, I made that same mistake. Growing up, if you tell me what is business, if you ask me what a business is, I'll simply tell you that is a process of buying and selling, and that's it. But that notion alone business has grown beyond that. Like just buying and selling is no longer what business is. Now there's a lot that go into business. It is like the smartest person, the most intelligent person wins. Unless you want to just keep spending money and not seeing what you're spending money on. There's a lot that go into businesses. It's either you spend years to learn what it would take to grow your business, or you learn from people that have done those things that you want to do. And they will just give you a blueprint that all you have to do is follow step by step. I remember when I was trying to start up my online business, I had a blog, and I think I've met Coach Julia by the time that was happening, because I was starting up a blog. I think that was like 2019, right? And I had a basic understanding, just like you have a basic understanding of business. Most of us here already know what business is, but what you don't know is that you don't know anything. It's when you go into it that you see that you actually don't know anything, right? So I had a blog, and I was trying to make it work, because they told me all you have to do is just buy the domain name, buy the hosting, and put it together, put this one here, put that one here. Then I was still very young in the IT field. So I did that, and they said, take it home and start working on it. So I took it home. I worked on it for 5 years, 5 good years, constantly working on it. And that is how, after like 1 year, 2 years, I'll close that business, give it away, buy another one. I'll be like, okay, maybe there's a mistake I made along the line. By the time you start making corrections, you see that there's so much corrections to make. You rather just start from the beginning. That was how I gave away like 2 different businesses. It was when somebody else contacted me, I got better in the IT industry. Something that if I had had a professional taking me through it on my first year, I would have actually been better. But I got better over the years, over like 3, 4, 5 years, right? And then I started helping people in the same business that I did not do for myself. So while I was helping people, at that point now, if a person comes to me and be like, how do I start an online business? I can just tell the person, oh, just don't worry, just go and buy it like this, pay for it like this, and start working on it. And the person will go and suffer. Do you understand? So that this is part of what the business school 365 does for you. So what happened was that somebody contacted me, oh, come help me do this. While I was doing it, the person was like, oh, you know what? How about we become a partner? I told the person, I can't be a partner with you when I've not completed my own, right? And then I had to call a friend of mine. Okay, so there's somebody looking to partner, but this person needs to be guided by somebody that has actually done this. And a friend of mine, do you know that during that 5 years that I was struggling, he was creating this business over and over and over and selling it as established business. Meanwhile, I was still struggling. And all I would have done was reach out to him and tell him, I have this business I've been working on. When I finally met him, and I'm telling you as a live testimony, when I finally met him in a space of 2-3 months, that business was not just monetized, but it started counting as an established business. That is the difference between doing things on your own because you feel you know what you're doing, because you've been told that all you have to do is buy product and sell. So you keep doing that, or all you have to do is pay for a land, go into real estate, whatever information that you have been given, trust me, it is half-baked. Unless that person has gone through the process and become an established business, it is half-baked. And there is something you notice about people that have actually gone through the process. They are not quick to talk. And when they do tell you what to do, you will know that this person has actually gone through this. All right, so the next line is, why do people buy? That's another thing you get to learn. Emotional understanding of business, pathway of developing a winning product, how to set the price of a product, psychology of sales, how to establish a good business plan, 10 strategies of top sellers, the law of intentionality in business, and many more. Like I said, I can stay here and go through all of them one after the other, but trust me, we will not leave here because these are amazing products. All right, so additional benefits of the School of Coaching. So these are some of the additional benefits of the School of Coaching, apart from what you get to learn and the fact that you have a one-on-one help through your business. Another thing that you get is you get a step-by-step roadmap that allows you to achieve the business and the financial stability you've always wanted. For everybody here that wants to go into business, or that is already in a business, or is retired and is looking to have something for themselves, right? You have a roadmap that all you have to do is follow step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 till you get to where you are going to. All right. A program that helps you graduate abroad. So you have the option of having your graduation online or going abroad, going to the US, going to Texas, exactly as of yesterday. Because I said yesterday because we just finished a graduation. So it could be a different place, but as far as I know, you get to Texas and you have your graduation. But this is optional for you. But I think it's also an additional benefit because it gives you the opportunity to be in a different place other than where you have been and meet different people and connect, and so many other things that comes with that package. And a flexible payment option that allows you to pay monthly, quarterly, or yearly, because like I said, this is a form of giving back to the community. So it's not just so it was made flexible in such a way that small business, middle or advanced level business owners can be able to partake in this. People that are looking to start can start. People that have already have a business, but they are looking for a way to make it work can also start. So regardless of how you want to be able to pay for it, you have the option. You can be able to pay monthly, you can be able to pay after every 3 months, you can also be able to pay yearly or after every 6 months and then yearly, depending on what you're comfortable with, and so much more, right? So, okay, so this is the end of this. And like I said, there's a lot more I want to talk about the School of Business 365, but time will not permit me because we're going to have to stay here longer than is necessary. So, but for more inquiry, you can see the number on the screen. You can copy it out. You can write it out. So you can be able to reach out to that number if you are interested in the School of Business 365, or you know somebody, you have a friend or a brother or a sibling or somebody that has been complaining to you, oh, my business this, my business that. This is an opportunity. You can have the person call this number or send us a message on Facebook or on Instagram at iLeadGlobal_en or on Facebook at iLeadGlobal.en, or you call the number on the screen. The number will also be on the chat room after I am done, but either way, get in contact with us and we will walk you through what you need to do to be part of this session of the iLead Global 365 program. Thank you very much. Go to there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. I love the personal touch, your experience that you brought into it. I mean, how are the best way can anybody explain anything to anybody? So let's give Jay some hearts. If you liked what he did, let's give Jay some hearts. If you love what he did. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate. I appreciate. Okay, so do we have questions for Jay? Do we have questions? We have a number of big coaches in the building that can help us with questions about the School of Business. If there are any questions, please let's ask. Bonsoir, Coach. One question. Okay, my French is so good. Frank, can you read that on the chat?
Okay.
From
Bonsoir.
Ibrahima.
OK. À propos de l'intégration à l'école des coachs, so he wants to know about the integration. He would like to know whether integration business, whether we can integrate without having a business, a well-established business.
Yes, 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 you can become a member. We. You can, huh? You can, of course. Yes, you can. You can.
So
iLead, we want to see you grow. So you're just the best candidate, the best candidate. Let's work with you from scratch and see you blossom. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Odili says, how can I register in the School of Business? Please, technical, let's have the number on the chat. Just WhatsApp this number. Okay. Just WhatsApp the number you see on the chat. Just send me a WhatsApp. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Let's have some more comments, some more questions in the chat. Or you can just ask the questions electronically, put your hands up and we would answer. Okay, you can just screenshot the information there and then we will get back to you, and you can get to us and we will get back to you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You have made my day. Thank you. Yes, it's really interesting.
I think they can drop their number as well.
Yes, yes, you can actually drop your number. Thank you, Jay. You can drop your number and we will get to you. Don't even stress. Don't even stress chatting that number up. Just put your number and we'll get back to you. Okay. So I'm so happy today. So happy today. Thank you so much, Frank. Let's give Frank some hearts. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much for pouring out so much today. I truly do appreciate. And we are actually streaming live. So if anybody missed this and you know that somebody needs to hear what we have, you can see our information on the chat. Just get them to the English Community Facebook page and they can watch it. They can watch the program. They can rewatch the program because we are streaming live. If anybody missed this and you know that they really do need to hear this, they can just go there and rewatch and watch again. It's always going to be there. Thank you so much. However, we will be posting the recording and on our different platforms so that anybody who wants a rewatch can watch again. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for staying and listening and contributing. We love you. God bless you. Do have an amazing evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Whoa, amazing. Thank you, Odili. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. It was really amazing today. Yeah. Hello, Coach Crystal. How are and how is Europe? Coach Crystal, are you there? Oh, that's not the Crystal we know.
But Crystal has been having issues with her mic.
Oh, okay, okay. Hello, Coach Norbert. Oh, and the beautiful Ida had network challenges today. Sorry.
Yeah, there is no problem. My mother tongue is French, but I'm doing my best to speak English, And just I
Of
was
course,
listening.
after
I
going
was
to
listening.
America, receiving your certificate in America, you should speak English.
Yeah, just a little bit, a little bit. I do my best.
Well
Yeah.
done. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. It
Thank
was
you.
amazing. I really
Yes,
appreciate it. It was
yes,
amazing. Was
yes, it
very nice.
was.
Yeah,
It
very
was.
nice session.
Yes. We'll give you a slot very soon. You'll come and present for us in English.
Really? Okay, let me see if I can do my best, I mean.
You're good. You're actually good. So good.
Oh, thank you.
You're actually very good. Just 15 minutes. You just speak for 15 minutes in English.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
During the session, I really appreciate uh, the speech of the coach, the first one.
Coach Frank.
Yeah, Coach Frank.
Yeah.
And he added me value. And
Yes.
there was something that I didn't catch very well, but with explanation, I got more. And I really like it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's a good way. It's a good way of having a command of what we are doing to live among the people like this. We are learning every day, and I'm having a new value and